Battle Royale and Arms Race in patch 5.1 files. Okay, so I've heard we had Battle Royale files since the beginning of the game, yet I think now it's a good time to kind of dive into it to see how people feel about this. Regardless, those are two, assumably, I'm assuming those are two PvP modes, right? Arms Race and Battle Royale. Everyone knows what Battle Royale is, but Arms Race might be a little bit more, I don't know, specific. I'm not too sure if anyone ever seen Arms Race before, but essentially, what it is you spawn in with like a low tier weapon, and then the more points and more people you take out with it, your weapon starts to, upgrade, basically. And I gotta say, I don't think that's very, I'm not too interested in that unless Arms Race is something else, you know what I mean? But yeah, we have files here. Nothing I could really dive into here. It says Extermination Server. So apparently that's a brand new PvP server side mode, basically. At least it seems like it. Arms Race controller. Yeah, I'm not too sure what that means. Regardless, I kind of just wanted to talk about if I'd be interested in a Battle Royale mode in the game. Arms Race is nice and all, but Battle Royale. So the thing about it is I'm not 100% sure how doable it is at the moment. It really depends how many people they put into a map, because I really doubt they could put 100 players on a map for a Battle Royale in this game. That would be a big map, and that's a lot to render, I feel like. But for the most part, I do think they can pull it off if they put some PvE mobs in there, something like that. I'm not too sure if there's any other Battle Royales that do that. Oh, Fortnite. Fortnite does that. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna jump out and say, hey, they should make this game like Fortnite, but if we do end up getting a Battle Royale, adding some extra mobs in there would be key to having it feel fresh, every time. Look, I like PvP. I like playing PvP. Right now I'm taking a tad bit of a break. Even though they added the Neovolkite pistol, the grind, the PvP grind it's there. it's taking its toll on me for a bit. So I just been playing some operations, just kind of freshen up my gameplay. I'll go back to PvP in a bit, I'm probably waiting a tad bit for that. I want to see stuff like this come into fruition where we actually get some PvP updates. I really want to see a dev update for what they plan to do with PvP. Are they still planning to do this stuff? Because apparently this has been in the files since, day one, apparently. But I gotta say, I'd be much more interested in a kind of a unique take on Battle Royale than I'd be interested in an Arms Race. Assuming Arms Race is what we think it is, But regardless, any sort of new PvP content would be fine for me. So I kind of wanted to dig into how people feel about this. Also relay the question to you guys. How would you guys feel about a Battle Royale in this game? Again, that being said, I would hope they would make some unique adjustments to it to make it feel like it stands out. And yeah, I think it would be cool if we had like Chaos or Tyranids just roaming the map, making things a bit chaotic, However, that would kind of make the game feel like you need to play in stealthily, and I'm not too sure if that's something that is gonna feel good. You know what I mean? But that being said, you should take your time in the Battle Royale anyway, and not just jump out in the middle of the desert and just start shooting at things, because that's how people find you. So I don't know. There's always that kind of element in Battle Royales, regardless. But yeah. Either way, let me know in the comments how you guys would feel about a Battle Royale mode, and let me see if there's any good discussions based on this subject. Elden Ring, now Space Marines, the Fortnitification of gaming will be studied for decades. Okay, relax. I kind of wanted to talk about Night Rain in its own video, but for now we're just going to cover Space Marines 2 topics. When we get closer to Night Rain, I guess I'll talk more about it, but I really don't see how Night Rain is a Fortnitification, unless, they add a battle pass or stuff like that, which is more possible than people think it is. I just gotta be honest. For Night Rain, they have an opportunity to really just backtrack on a lot of their behaviors as a company recently. So I don't want to talk about Night Rain because I don't want to get negative about it or even be too optimistic about it and then get disappointed. So yeah, Night Rain regardless is in a fragile state, I believe. But that being said, Space Marines 2, if it had anything close to a battle royale as at least as polished as Fortnite, that would be really good. That would be really good for a game. I don't know if you guys ever played Fallout 76, but hold your applause for that game real quick. But there was a battle royale in that mode, and I gotta say that was probably the best part of that game's lifespan, was when they had Nuclear Winter, a battle royale mode in Fallout 76, because it was just so unserious, but it was actually really fun. Like, there was actually, I don't know why it was really fun, but it was, like, for whatever reason, some of those weapons actually felt really good in a battle royale. Like, they have an auto 50 cal, like, machine gun, like, that sort of thing's kind of crazy. Also, the map was good, and they had PvE in that mode as well. Sometimes there would be Scorch Beasts and stuff, so having a small amount of PvE in your battle royale, I think, goes a far way. That being said, they ended up taking out that mode, and I never went back to Fallout 76 since. So, yes, I am a sucker who bought that game at launch. I knew it was kind of in a rough spot, but I used to play a lot of Fallout. I haven't played much Fallout since Elden Ring dropped, you know, so... in fact, ever since Elden Ring dropped, the only games I really played has been Elden Ring, Space Marines 2. I mean, I've been playing Stellar Blade and Rebirth on console, but that's recently. So, regardless, the Fortnite-ification of gaming will be likely studied for decades, I guess. I don't even like Fortnite that much. I just gotta say, Fortnite is like, you know, it's not really my style. If we had a Fortnite that looked like Warhammer Universe, I'd be much more down for that. That sounds really cool. Also, I really like Space Marines 2 PvP, so I'm down to try out any sort of mode they add for it. But I just gotta say, dude, adding a little spice of PvE and some PvP modes is actually really cool. I don't know if you guys ever played the Gambit mode in Destiny 2. A lot of people have mixed opinions about it, but I kind of enjoy it. But yeah, Titanfall 2 is actually the main one. They have a team deathmatch where they have PvE in it. It's called Attrition, something like that. And Titanfall 2 PvP is probably one of the best first-person team-based shooters ever created. Like, full stop. Like, class-based, team-based, first-person shooter. Like, I don't know. It's really hard to come up with a game that kind of competes with Titanfall 2. And even though Titanfall 2 is really good, it's not like we have Titanfall 3 coming out anytime soon. So, you know, save your comments about that. That being said, Titanfall 2 is super good, man. But yeah, I'd be excited for anything that's a battle royale mode for Space Marines 2. I'd be excited for if it was even as close as good as what Fortnite ended up being. All right, brothers, where are we drop potting? The Forge World's Ruins have relic tier war gear, brother. Okay, yeah, I could already kind of see this. Also, yeah, the relic tier system, like the rarity system, is already in the game. I can see that being an aspect of the battle royale. Where we drop potting is kind of hilarious. And yeah, we already have a ship in the game. Like, we don't even need a battle bus. Like, we don't even need any new models for that. We have it in the game already. Yeah, I think this game's a lot more set up for a battle royale than I thought, possibly. I wonder what the map for battle royale would be like. That's true that we would need a brand new map for that, right? I guess for the most part, something like this would, just anything giant would be good. I can see some ruins and stuff like that for sure, but yeah, like it couldn't be a forest. I mean, we could get the forest map, like with the Tyranids from Termination and Inferno. That would be kind of cool. The ruins from like Fall of Atreus or Obelisk also would be cool. I don't know. That's interesting. Thinking about this, though, is getting me too hyped. So, you know, I need to find a comment that can kind of bring me down to reality for a bit. If they did this, the BR mode would face lobby population problems almost immediately. 40k is way too niche to expect the player base large enough to support consistent 100-player lobbies. I mean, that's a good point, but I'm not too sure if we're asking for 100-player lobbies. I mean, even 25-player lobbies in a Space Marines 2 PvP Battle Royale would be enough, as far as, like, enough, like, action, you know? Like, honestly, the 100-player lobby thing, like, the 100-player lobby Battle Royales feels so, like, big just for the sake of it, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you get the same gameplay loop at 50 players, you know? And then you won't have a giant inflated map. Also, splitting the development resources between the single-player campaign and a BR mode would damage the quality of both. Okay, so it seems like this comment was kind of made a bit ago because the campaign's done. And yeah, they've already been making, you know, new content, and they already kind of announced a mode. So who knows if they already developed this mode and then they're just sitting on it, you know? I would like a good 40K game for a change, not the dipped in garbage we usually get. Well, we do have a good 40K game here. So yeah, this definitely is an old comment, but I feel like the talking about the niche player base is actually kind of relevant because on PC at the moment, PvPs, like at certain time, it kind of has the invader situation where at certain times, PvP on PC can kind of be, you know, there's not that many people there. So I'm not too sure how genuinely speaking, I'm not too sure how large a Battle Royale in this game could possibly be. That being said, if they did introduce that, I can see a bunch of new players coming back. So it's not like a make or break for me, to be honest. But yeah, there's been times PvPing on PC. This is mostly why I'm kind of waiting for some news, is because PvPing on PC right now, it's like you'll get 5v5s, 4v5s, and it's really a pain when the game just sends off like a 3v2. It'll just send off a 3v2 without waiting for other players. And sometimes it doesn't even wait for other players. Like it'll just be like, okay, that last game's over. We have 5 people in this lobby. Let's send it. So I do think PC PvP needs some sort of work. I kind of want to talk about that in a different video, but I just want to mention it here. That is kind of a bit of a concern for me. But for the most part, I'll take anything as far as a new mode for PvP, right? Regardless, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about Space Marines 2 Battle Royale, if you're optimistic or more on the side of they can't pull it off. But it's in the files. And apparently in the files, they also have the circle shrinking mechanics. So I don't know. We will see for sure. But I'm definitely looking forward to some more announcements with this game. I'm not too sure if we're going to get anything because it's the holidays, you know? So definitely keep an eye out, though. Definitely keep an eye out because they're due for a PvP community dev update, 100%.